Hello, everybody. So we're back with your rolling again, rushing across history for more baseball matchups, and we have another good one for you today. I'm going to quickly look at the teams that we've chosen this time around, and we'll start with the 1927 St. Louis Browns, the long gone Browns, who played their ball in St. Louis through the start of the 1950s, and in 27. When the Yankees were busy tearing up the league, they lost 94 games in the American League and had their issues. Although some people can swing the bat on this lineup, like George Sisler, who's in the Hall of Fame. He hit 327 with 97 RBIs. He even stole 27 bases. Frank O'Rourke also had 18 steals, but looking at some of the hitters, Ken Williams led the team in WAR. He hit 322 with 17 long balls. And even Wally Shang, a catcher, who was a good catcher for that era, hit 318. So some good averages, some good on-base percentages. Of course, the power really isn't expected, but I don't think the issues here for the Browns was really their hitting. It kind of turns its ugly head when you start looking at some of the arms of the team that, had major issues with ERAs in the upper fours. Milt Gaston lost 17 games. Sad Sam Jones, 14 games. People in the bullpen, Ernie Wingard, General Crowder, ERAs very, very high, a team ERA of 4.95. So just like most teams that struggle, the Browns will probably have some issues keeping some teams at bay, but let's see who they get in the draw. And it looks like it's going to be the 1984 Baltimore Orioles, and in contrast, is a good team. They won 85 games. They're just 1 year away from their World Series championship over the Phillies. Joe Altobelli's the manager. The lineup, the big names, of course. Cal Ripken Jr. had a season of over 10 in WAR. 23 years old, hit 304 with 27 long balls. And, of course, Eddie Murray in his prime, the switch hitter, had a 410 on base, hit 29 homers, 110 ribbies, and even stole 10 bases. Ken Singleton wrapping down his career. Rick Dempsey, a very dependable catcher behind the plate. To work with the pitching staff led by Mike Boddicker, who won 20 games and had an ERA under 3. Very, very impressive season for Mikey. Mike Flanagan, Storm Davis, Scott McGregor, even Dennis Martinez got some starts here. Tippy Martinez, the closer. And all the way down there's Jim Palmer, who's 38 years old, and he only pitched in 8 games, so I doubt we'll see him at all in our series. But that's the matchup, and those are the favorites. The 84 Orioles, of course, getting the home field advantage, and the ones we expect to see move on here. They've got more wins and probably more of a pedigree and stars like Cal Ripken and Eddie Murray and Rick Dempsey. So the first 2 games at Memorial Stadium, then we'll move it out to Sportsman's Park. And looking at game 1, we'll get things started with Lefty Stewart for the Browns going up against Storm Davis, one of those famous names and players from the 80s. So we'll see what happens. We've seen upsets, a number of them, or some very poor teams actually playing very well in matchups they're not supposed to. So we'll see how this one plays out. We'll move to game 1 and see who gets off first and draws first blood in this best-of-7 series. So County Stadium here with you. We are in the bottom of the first inning. Wayne Gross is up there facing Lefty Stewart with 2 men on. And that's deposited into left field. That will get down, and the run's going to try to score. Here comes the throw of the plate. It's going to be late. And the Orioles are going to take a 1-0 lead on the Gross single. Moving to the top of the third here. Storm Davis working his stuff as Big Miller's up there with George Sisler on first. And this is hit back up the middle. That'll get through for a single. So a 1-out rally here by the Browns. Ken Williams at the plate. And Williams will pop this one up. Rushing towards there is Dempsey, but the third baseman has it. Gross puts it away. And Wally Shang up there now. 2 on, 2 out. Shang will hit this one to center field. That's going to get through. Runner's round in third. He's going to try to score. He will. Wally Shang delivers an RBI single scoring George Sisler, and this game is tied now at 1. Move to the bottom of the fourth with 2 outs. Todd Cruz at the plate with a runner on first. Cruz will hit this one into the gap into left center. This will get down. Runner running with 2 outs. Here he comes trying to score, and the Orioles are going to jump right back on top. Rowanecki scores. Cruz with an RBI double. It is 2-1 Birds right now as Al Bunbury heads to the plate. And Bunbury's going to hit it through the infield. That'll get down. Runner's going to round third. Rowanecki's going to score. 3-1 Orioles here in the fourth inning. Top of the fifth now. Sisler up there with a man on second and nobody out. Davis delivers. This is hit up in front of the mound. Davis is going to make the play. Throw to first is going to be not in time. An infield hit for Sisler. We got runners on the corners with nobody out for Big Miller. This is popped up. Going to be playable, looks like. A lot of foul territory here at County Stadium. Rayford has it. Here's Ken Williams. Williams will hit it up the middle. That's going to get through. Runner moving to third. The throw behind him is late, and the Browns are cutting into the lead here. It is 3-2. And the inning not over yet. Wally Shang up there. Shang will hit it to short. This is going to be made a force out, but they can't get 2, and the run's going to score. We have a tie game now at 3. Coming all the way back out of the Browns. And here's Harry Rice, who lines a single to center. Rice drops a hit in there, and Davis is having trouble here in the fifth inning. As there are 2 outs, Fred Schulte up there, tie game. And Schulte hits it too short. Ripken with a great play. No hesitation there. Throws it to Murray, and you have the end of the frame here, but the Browns, 2 on the board, they've tied this game. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th with Floyd Rayford at the plate, 1 out. Lefty Stewart delivering. Rayford will go with the pitch and hit it in the left for a single. So 1 out, 2 on here in the 6th inning for Todd Cruz, who's already driven in a run. And Cruz will go to center. Coming in as Rice. He's got it. That'll bring up Al Bunbury with 2 out. Bunbury will go to first. Play's going to be made there. Sisler's got it. Inning over. Game remains tied at 3. We're in the 7th. Here comes El Presidente. Dennis Martinez into the game. Runner on first. He's facing Ken Williams. And this is hit deep to right. Way back there. Williams got all of it, and it's going to get over the wall. Ken Williams with a 2-run homer here just over the wall against Dennis Martinez. Williams, the only real home run threat on this Browns team, and he showed you why. Going deep and just over the wall. It's now 5-3 Browns. We continue now with Harry Rice up there. And Rice is going to go deep to right. This is even deeper, way back there, and gone. Harry Rice with a solo shot. It is 6-3 now, Browns. Elam Van Glider up there now in relief with 2 men on, with Rich Dower up, bottom of the 7th, 2 out. Big spot here for Dower. Dower's going to hit it deep to left. This one's got a chance. All the way to the wall and gone. Home run for Dower. He ties the game, a 3-run blow. And the Orioles pick themselves up as quick as you can as Dower answers here with a 3-run bomb in the 7th inning. And we got a 6-6 tie. Moving to the 8th now. Spencer Adams, Dennis Martinez still in the game. There's ball 4. So Adams leads off the inning with a walk. Otto Miller coming to the plate now. Miller hits it to short. That's going to be played by Ripken out at first. Double play. Cal starts the double play. He's a magician over there, very dependable, and we'll move to the bottom of the 8th now. Mike Young up with a man on. 2 outs. This will be lined to center field. So the Orioles trying to make a rally stand here with a 2-out rally with Eddie Murray at the plate. And Murray's going to go to second. This should be playable. It is. So Murray can't come through there. The game remains tied at 6 as we'll move to the 9th. George Sizzler at the plate. Tippy Martinez on the hill for the home side. And Sizzler will go deep into the gap. That's going to get down. The big first baseman rounding first. He's on at second, and he's thinking 3. Sizzler's going to have a triple to lead off the 9th inning. Smashing the baseball to deep right field. So a runner on third. Infield in for Bing Miller here. And the Browns take the lead.
Strike 3, you're out.
Martinez gets Miller on a strike. A fastball for called strike 3. So that's a big out. Wally Shang now in another spot. Shang hits it to center field. Coming in hard's the center fielder. Bunbury has it. Throw to the plate's going to be late. Sizzler scores the go-ahead run. George Sizzler scores. It's 7-6 now. We'll move to the bottom of the 9th with Cal Ripken up there. Baltimore down a run. Ripken's going to hit it to center field. Coming in there is Rice. He'll have the play. And Stu Bolin trying to close this one out. Rick Dempsey's come up there now. Dempsey will hit it to short. Play's going to be made there easily. Miller makes it. 2 down, and it's down to Rich Dower, who was the hero earlier in this game. Let's see if he can do it again. Fans on their feet for Dower. Here's the pitch. This is hit to first. However, Sizzler just steps on the bag, and that will do it. The St. Louis Browns take Game 1 of this best-of-7 series, upsetting the Orioles 7-6. A very entertaining opening game. Ken Williams 2 for 4 with a home run and 3 RBIs. Lefty Stewart pitched 6 decent innings. Storm Davis as well. But it was late with a George Sizzler triple. He came in to score in the sacrifice fly. Bolin saves the game in the bottom of the 9th. The Rich Dower 3-run homer is wasted. The dramatics are wasted as the Browns, the visiting team, defeat the Orioles in Game 1 to get a head start now in this best-of-7 series. A lot of entertainment in that first game. I expect more of the same in the second game. We got General Crowder pitching for the Browns against 20-game winner Mike Boddicker, as Boddicker will try to get the Orioles back on track here. As the favorites of the series, they do not want to head to St. Louis down 2 games, so Game 2 becomes crucial. So moving along here to Game 2 with the Orioles up there and Eddie Murray in the bottom of the first inning. That's General Crowder. Man on second, and Murray's going to single the center. This will get down and get a runner in. So Eddie Murray opens up the scoring for the Orioles here in Game 2. They break out on top just as they did in Game 1. And our runners on the corners for Wayne Gross still in the first inning, 1 out. And Gross will line one deep to center here. It's going to be played, it looks like, by Rice. Murray's going to try to tag. Here's the throw by Rice. Whoa, what a throw, and they got him. Perfect throw out there by Rice. He gets Eddie Murray. I thought it was deep enough to get the run in, but Rice had other ideas. A magnificent throw. And this game remains 1-0. What a play by Rice. Top of the second, Boddicker on the mound. There's a ground ball to the second baseman. Turn to first. Now to first from the shortstop, and it is good. It is a double play. So Baltimore turns on the defense. We move to the bottom of the second. Bases loaded with nobody out. Crowder facing Todd Cruz. As the Orioles try to advance their lead, and there's a strikeout. Crowder gets Cruz on an 0-2 pitch. Swung at a bad ball there, and now it's Al Pumbry up there with one out and the bases loaded. And Pumbry strikes out swinging. So Crowder bringing the heat here when he needs it the most, and there's 2 outs now for Rich Dower, the last hope here in the inning to try to make the most of this rally, and Dower hit it to second. Plays made there. Adams makes it, and that'll do it. So the Browns get out of that second inning and still trail by 1. We move to the 5th, where Bodeker's facing Wally Shang with the man on first base. Delivery's made. Ball gets through to right field, and lead runner will move to third. So first and third now for the Browns as Harry Rice is up there now. Nobody out. Rice with the chance to get his team even or do even more damage here in the 5th inning. He takes ball 4, so base is loaded, nobody out. 5th inning, Mike Bodeker in all kinds of trouble. Infield in, Fred Schulte's the batter. Schulte's going to line a shot. This is going to get down. This gets all the way to the outfield. 1 run in, 2 runs in. Here comes Schulte moving to third. He's going to be out there. They get Schulte at third, but he gives the lead now to Baltimore 3-1. I'm sorry, to St. Louis 3-1 with 3 runs scoring on that play. So the Browns will take the lead in the game on the Schulte 3 RBI double. And Boom Boom Beck now comes on for the Browns facing Eddie Murray. And all of a sudden Baltimore finds themselves behind here in the 5th. Delivering to Murray, who singles again up the middle. So a leadoff single by Eddie Murray. As the Orioles try to come back, here's Cal Ripken Jr. Nobody out. That's hit to second, relay and double play. So there you have it. The Browns turn the double play on the Ripken grounder. Pitcher's best friend. 2 men on here still in the 5th for Gary Roenicke. Roenicke takes ball 4, so Boom Boom Beck is in some trouble here. It's 3-1, and the Orioles have another chance to do some damage. Floyd Rayford is up there with 2 outs, and Rayford will line this one deep. It's going to go into the corner. Rayford with extra bases. He gets a double, breaks through here for the Orioles. A 2-bagger for Rayford. We now have a tie ball game, 3-3, and Todd Cruz coming up with a chance to break it. Cruz will hit this one deep to center. Going back there is Rice. He'll have it, and that'll end the threat here in the 5th. So we're going to move now to the 7th. Tied at 3. Fred Schulte up there for the Browns. Runner on first. Bodeker still in the game. This has popped up. Should be playable. A lot of foul territory here in Baltimore. The play is made there by Eddie Murray. Here's Spencer Adams at the plate. And Adams will line one up the middle. That'll be a base hit. So first and second here with 2 outs for the Browns as they try to break this tie. Otto Miller coming in here to hit. And Miller will line this 1-2 left. That'll get down. That's going to score a run. And Otto Miller comes through here with a base hit. The Browns will take the lead 4-3. And Bodeker can't hold the tie. Here's Frank O'Rourke with 2 outs. And O'Rourke takes ball 4. And now St. Louis threatening to really break it open. The bases are loaded. George Sizzler up there, their main man with the bases loaded. Bodeker delivers. This is hit to left or right there. Is Young to make the catch. And then the inning will hit the stretch. It is 4-3. St. Louis. Bottom of the 7th. Jim Wright, the pitcher, and Cal Ripken Jr. and the Orioles need the rally as they do not want to go down in the series 2-0. Junior hits it up the middle. That's a base hit for Cal. So a good start to the 7th. Here's Wayne Gross. Gross will line a single to left. So here comes Baltimore. Back-to-back hits to start off the inning. And Mike Young, the batter. Young will pop this one to left. I don't think that one's going to get down. Play's going to be made there. Williams has it. So 1 out for Renicky. And Renicky hits it to short. This might be tailor-made. Turn the first, double play. St. Louis gets Renicky to roll into a twin killing, and they're going to hold on to their 4-3 lead as we move to the bottom of the 8th. Win Ballou in the pitch. Floyd Rayford at the plate. And Rayford will line this one to left. Running over there is the left fielder. He won't have a play, however. It's a base hit for Rayford. Here's Todd Cruz. Cruz will hit this one to the second baseman. He should have it, and does. Adams with the play. Catches the little looper. Al Bumbry now at the plate. Bumbry will hit it to third. This is going to be played at first. Runner advances to second. So it's the second out of the inning. We have tying run on second base. Rick Dempsey's at the plate. He is pinch hitting. Dempsey will deliver with a shot, but will it be caught? It is. Adams goes all the way into deep center field to make the catch, and then the threat. Ball does not drop. 4-3 game continues. We'll move to the 9th. Fred Schulte up there for the visitors. This is hit down the line. That's going to be a fair ball. Schulte's going to make it all the way to second, it looks like. So a double here by Schulte. Second and third with 2 outs. Let's see if George Sizzler can advance this lead. A big spot here. Swaggerty on the mound, and this is lined hard by Sizzler into the corner. This is going to give St. Louis the insurance they need. George Sizzler comes through again, a 2-run double. It is now 6-3 in favor of St. Louis. We'll move to the 9th, where Steve Bolin is in to try to close it out. He's facing Cal Ripken. Junior takes ball 4, so Baltimore here on their last wraps, trying to make something happen. They'll bring the tying run to the plate and Wayne Gross. Elam Van Glider, the new pitcher for St. Louis. Gross looks at strike 3. He was fooled on that one. So 1 out for Mike Young, who's still representing the tying run. Ball gets away. The runners will advance. Van Glider let that one get away. So Young now. Fans making noise. This is ball 4. So Baltimore has loaded the bases here in the bottom of the 9th. They're down 3. The winning run's at the plate. Elam Van Glider at the plate on the mound. There's only 1 out. Let's see if Renicky can be a hero. This is hit center field, but should be playable. Renicky hits it to deep center. Rice has got it. We've seen that arm before. Whoa! He shows it off again there, and nobody's going to try to score there. It's 2 outs now for Floyd Rayford, the last hope for the Orioles. And he hits it to past the first baseman. That'll get down. 1 run's going to score. So Rayford comes through. It's 6-4 now. 6-5. As Al Bumbry now is the final chance here in a huge spot. Base is loaded. Let's see what Bumbry can do. Can he come through? Bumbry hits it to left, but this should be playable. Coming in there is Bennett. He's got it, and the Browns win game 2. Holding up the rally in the bottom of the 9th. Leaving the bases loaded is Baltimore. St. Louis wins it 6-5. Floyd Rayford 3 for 4 for the losing side with 3 RBIs. Fred Schulte had 2 doubles and 3 RBIs for the winning side. Mike Boddicker gets the loss. Beck gets the win. Van Glider got out of a crazy 9th inning. And folks, St. Louis has come out here the hotter side and have won 2 close ball games to take a 2-0 lead in this series. We warned you that surprises and upsets have been happening, and the Browns are no different here, as they're a team with a 90-plus losing season, beating a team with 90-plus wins in the Orioles for the first 2 games. And now the series moves to Sportsman's Park. Mike Flanagan will face Sad Sam Jones in Game 3. Can Baltimore recover? They're going to need to, and do it quickly here. But let's see what's in the cards for game number 3. So a desperate rebound needed here by the Orioles as the setting changes. We move to game 3. Sportsman's Park. Here's Cal Ripken with 2 on. The Orioles coming right at it here in the first inning. And that's hit too short. Turn the second over the first. Double play, and the Orioles come up empty here in the very first inning. Ripken can't come through. Hits into the 20 killing. Top of the second, Gary Reineke up there with the man on second. Sad Sam Jones delivers. This one's hit to center, and that one's going to get down. That's the center fielder in center field, and a run will score. So an RBI double. Reineke scores the run. We move now to the third. We have Eddie Murray up there facing Sad Sam Jones. And Eddie Murray goes deep to left, the other way, and that ball is gone. Eddie Murray hammers the baseball to the opposite field. 2-0 Orioles. Murray's first long one of the series. Bottom of the third now with Big Miller up there, man on first base. Miller's going to go deep to left center. This one might carry. This one goes to the wall. Way out of here. Big Miller with a tape measure shot. He killed that baseball, and we are now tied at 2. So the Browns come right back again. Here's Wayne Gross now. We're in the 4th inning. And Gross goes deep to right. He gets under this one. That ball is way up into the bleachers. Another home run. Baltimore bounces back up in front here. 3-2. Moving to the bottom of the 4th. The long balls have come out here at Sportsman's Park. Harry Rice up there with a man on first. And Rice is going to line at the center. This is going to get past the center fielder and get down. Run around in third. He's going to try to score. Here comes the throw, and right back at it are the Browns. They tie the game at 3 on the Harry Rice double. And that's been the story, folks, of this series. Every time Baltimore goes up, St. Louis is right there, coming back and retaking the lead. Here's Otto Miller. And Otto Miller will line this one into the gap in right field. This is going to give the Browns the lead. Otto Miller heading to third. He has a triple, and St. Louis has the lead now 4-3. They've come all the way back. Miller with the 3-base RBI. Here's Frank O'Rourke. Mike Flanagan still in trouble, and O'Rourke will line a single to left. This will make it 5-3. O'Rourke with a run-scoring single. We'll move to the top of the 5th now. Sad Sam Jones has the lead, and Eddie Murray's at the plate. Murray will hit it deep to right. This is going to go, folks. No doubter. Eddie Murray, home run number 2. It's a 2-run shot, 472 feet. What a bomb by Murray, his second of the game. It is now 5-5 in game number 3. Dennis Martinez now facing Ken Williams. Now another long one. This is probably going to go. Yes, it will. Ken Williams hits a home run to left. Ball's flying out of the park at Sportsman's Park. That's the second home run for Williams in the series. It is 6-5 now. We'll move to the seventh. Al Bunbury up there. Nobody out. Bunbury takes ball 4. He'll get the free pass, and Win Ballou is in here facing Rich Dower in another tight ball game. This is hit into the gap in right field. This is going to get down. Dollar with an extra base hit. Runner is going to hold up at third, so here comes Baltimore. Second and third here. Eddie Murray, here's the man back up at the plate. He has 2 home runs in the game already. Nobody out. Runners on second and third. Do they pitch to him? Win Ballou delivers, and Murray goes deep. Can it be, folks? Deep to right. It is caught at the wall, however. A few feet away from a third home run. It is caught. The run will score and tag, however, so Baltimore will tie the game. But I thought Murray got that one. Just short. And here's Cal Ripken now with the man on second. 1 out. Ripken with a chance. Ripken will pop it up, however. That's not going to get anywhere. Playable by Shang. And here's Wayne Gross. 6-6 tie. Gross will get walked. He'll go to first base. 4 straight bad ones. Mike Young now at the plate. Young will drill this one to center field. This one's got some carry. This one's going to go. Mike Young with a 3-run homer just when the Orioles needed it the most. It is 9-6. Clutch home run. 10-6 now. We'll move to the bottom of the 7th. The Orioles coming to life here in Game 3. Here's George Sisler. He lines one into right center. This will get down. It's going to be extra bases. Another double for Sisler. Actually make it a triple. He's moving to third. He will make it. A 1-out triple by George Sisler. He's having a heck of a series. 10-7. We'll move to the 8th here. Here's Rich Dower leading off the inning. Dollar will line it into the gap. This is going to be extra bases. He'll make it to second base with a leadoff double in the 8th. Twelve to 7 now. We'll move to the bottom of the 8th. Mike Brown pitching. He walks Harry Rice, so runners on first and second with nobody out. Here's Otto Miller. Miller's been clutch this whole series, and he hits one at deep center, but this will be caught. Bunbury's got it. So we'll move to the bottom of the 9th here. It's a 5-run game. Nate Snell has come in. Runner on first. George Sisler back at the plate. Sisler will go deep to right. This is going to go. The outfielder not even moving. Sisler says goodbye. Another home run in this game. 12-9 the score. George Sisler rips one out of the park here in the 9th. Runner on now, Ken Williams, and the closers come in for Baltimore. Martinez, he gets a fly ball here. This should be playable. One of the few that is staying in the park in this ball game. Bunbury's got it. 2 outs. Here's Harry Rice. Martinez trying to close things out. This has popped up and should quit. Coming over is Ripken. He's got it. And Baltimore will do the job. They win this one 12-9. First one for them of the series. We saw 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 home runs in the game. Ball's flying out of Sportsman Park. Eddie Murray 3 for 4 with 5 RBIs on his 2 home runs. George Sisler 4 for 5, 2 RBIs. Mike Young 2 for 4 with a homer, a double, and 3 RBIs, as well as 2 runs scored. But in the end, it was the 16 hits and the 12 runs by the Orioles. They come roaring back in this series. Just looking at some numbers, Sizzler's hitting .467 in the series so far. Eddie Murray has 6 RBIs, hitting .417. Cal Ripken struggling a bit at .200, but still a lot of series to be played. We're actually going to move now to game number 4, where the road team has won every single game, and the Orioles have brought out the bats, and if Sportsman Park continues to play the way it's been playing, get ready for more fireworks. Let's see what happens here as Scott McGregor for the Orioles will go up against Milt Gaston in game number 4. Another tipping point in this series. Let's see if a home team can finally chalk up a win, which would make a big difference in this series. So we're back again here in the top of the first inning with Eddie Murray up there against Milt Gaston and a man on, and Murray will line a single to center. This will get down. Here comes the throw to third, and the ball is airmailed. The ball airmailed to third baseman, and the run will score. So way off the mark on the throw was Rice, allowing the Orioles to take the lead here in the first inning. They actually put 2 on the board. So it's 2-0 Baltimore. With Ken Williams at the plate now, we move to the bottom of the first. Scott McGregor delivers the pitch. This is hit to center field, but that should be playable. Bumbry's out there. He's got it. So that threat goes by the boards here for the Browns in the first inning. Bottom of the second with Harry Rice at the plate against McGregor to lead off the inning. And Rice will light this ball deep into right. That's going to leave the yard, so Harry Rice cuts the lead in half with a home run, making up a little bit for his error. It's a 2-1 game here. We'll move to the 5th, where Rich Dollar comes up in the big spot. Men on the corners, only 1 out. Mike Gaston still in the game. Let's see what Dollar can do, and he lines one to right. This will get down up against the wall. 1 run's going to score. Dar with an RBI double to make it 3-1 now. Here comes Cal Ripken Jr. with 2 men on, trying to add to the lead with 2 outs here in the 5th. And Jr. lines one deep to center. This one's hit very well, and Cal Ripken hits it to the deepest part of the park and out. 3-run homer for Ripken. 6-1 now Orioles. They've broken this one open, folks. It's 7-1 here in the 8th. Ken Singleton now at the plate with a 1 out. And Singleton hits the bomb. But it'll get up against the wall. So the 37-year-old Singleton hustling here. He'll dive in at third with a triple. We'll move now to the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs. Runner on third. Wally Gerber at the plate and Ken Dixon on here to try to close it out. This is hit to short. Cal Ripken with the play. Murray grabs the low throw, and Baltimore has picked themselves up. Recovered here to win 2 games in a row and tie this series 2-2. Ripken with the big 3-run homer. He had 5 RBIs on the day. Scott McGregor gets the win. Eddie Murray 4 for 5 with 2 more doubles and 2 runs. The road teams win again, and we've moved now to a best-of-3 series. Baltimore roaring all the way back. A Game 1 rematch between Storm Davis and Lefty Stewart will greet us in game number 5. It's all even, folks. 2-2. Let's see if the Browns can salvage the last game at home before we head back east. It should be a good one in game number 5. So the crucial game number 5, the last one we'll have at Sportsman's Park. We're in the bottom of the 2nd inning with Otto Miller up there against Storm Davis. 2 men on. This is hit to third. This will go around the horn for a double play. Double play there for the Orioles. He moves to the fourth inning. Scoreless. Rich Dauer up there against lefty Stewart. Man on second. Dauer goes down the right field line. This is going to score a run, and the Orioles go up again first. I think they've scored first in almost every game in this series. They're up now again with a Dauer double, 1-0. We'll move to the fifth with Mike Young up there. Facing Stewart, 1 out. And Young drills this one to left. This is going to be deep enough to go out of the park. Mike Young clears the fence. 2-0 Orioles. 410-foot bomb by Young. Here's Cal Ripken now, coming up. And Ripken goes the other way, deep to right. He's going to hit another one out of the park. He guessed fastball. He got it. And it's 3-0 now, Orioles. We move to the seventh. Storm Davis pitching a wonderful game here. Man on first. Nobody out. Harry Rice at the plate. Rice will hit it to Ripken. Turn to first for the double play, but they only get the force. Here's the pitch to Dauer, who goes to right. That'll get through. Runner moving the third. Beats the throw. So the Orioles trying to add to their lead here. Gary Roenicke up there with only 1 out. Runners on the corners. Roenicke will line a single to left, and this will make it 4-1 Baltimore. Moving to the ninth, it's 5-1. Will Swaggerty on with 2 outs to face Herschel Bennett. This is popped up. Should be playable. And it will be. Cal Ripken makes the final out. 5-1. An efficient win here for the Orioles. They've come storming back in this series after losing the first 2 games. They sweep all 3 games in St. Louis. Great performance by Storm Davis. He goes 7 strong, allowing 1 earned run to get the win. Cal Ripken 2 for 4 with a homer and 2 runs scored. 5-1 the final. The Browns are stunned. Baltimore now heading home, needing 1 in the last 2 to try to wrap up the series. Cal Ripken has turned around his series and now is hitting .368 after a whole slow start. He loved hitting at Sportsman's Park. And the Orioles proven that they are the better team up to this point, but more work to be done. They had a house of horrors at Memorial Stadium in the first 2 games. Let's see if they can close it out in front of the home fans. Mike Boddicker tries to recover after his last outing. He'll face General Crowder. And let's see if the Browns can keep their magic on the road. Every road team has won each game this series. Let's see what happens in Game 6, or will Baltimore wrap it up? So it's Game 6. Top of the first inning, we have Frank O'Rourke facing Mike Boddicker. .56 degrees, sun's out. Ball's blowing in from center field, or the wind's blowing in from center field, and there's a double, it looks like, for O'Rourke, as he leads off the game with a sizzling shot to left field. We'll move to the bottom of the first now with Rich Dauer up there and a man on. General Crowder delivers. This ball's hit hard to right. That's going to be fair. Dauer driving in, looks like another run. He will. A double as Bumbry scores, and Dauer makes it 1-0 Orioles. 2-0 now as we move to the top of the second. Wally Shang at the plate. And Shang rips this one way back, and this one's going to leave the yard. So Shang hits a solo shot here to bring The Browns within one. It's a 2-1 game now. So here's Schulte now. We're in the 4th inning. 2-1 game still. Boddicker delivers. Schulte hits this one deep to center. That ball's going to get in there. More extra bases here for the Browns, and Schulte with a 2-out triple as they try to tie this game up. Runners now on the corners for Otto Miller. 2 outs. Miller has had a good series. Let's see what he can do against Boddicker, but he can't do anything. He strikes out. The threat is over. Boddicker with a beautiful curveball. And it is the bottom of the 4th now, and Mike Young up at the dish. Young will hit this one deep to right. This one might go. Young with another power shot and another home run. Mike Young, 2-run blast. 4-1 Orioles. They continue to bring the lumber in this series, and now bases loaded. Al Bumbry at the plate. Nobody out. Infield in, and Bumbry is going to get it done. He lines a shot into left field corner the other way. 3 runs are going to cross the plate. Al Bumbry breaks this game wide open. It's 7-1 now. Eddie Murray and the Orioles still not done. Runners on the corner, still nobody out. And Eddie Murray just drills one deep to right. This ball is up and gone. Eddie Murray puts the nail in the coffin. It would appear it's 10-1. An 8-run inning by the Orioles. We're moving on to the 6th. Mike Boddicker just strolling along now as he has a nice lead. Schulte will line this one hard over the right fielder's head. This will be a triple for Schulte. It is now 10-2. Second triple of the game for Schulte, actually. And now we move to the 9th. It's 10-6. Bases loaded. Things getting a little bit interesting here as Tippy Martinez has come in to close the door, but Schulte back up there representing the tying run. Here's Martinez and the delivery. This one's hit on the ground and through the hole. It'll get through to right. Run will score. It is now 10-7. So St. Louis not going quietly here as Spencer Adams will come on the hit. 2 outs. Tying runs on base. And Adams will line this one to left, but reaching out and making the grab is Young. And the Baltimore Orioles of 1984 have won the series. They win this final game 10-7 at home. They win the series 4-2. They win 4 games in a row. Eddie Murray, just an outstanding series. He went 2 for 4 in this final game. Another home run, 3 RBIs. Rich Dauer, 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Mike Boddicker gets the win. Tippy Martinez the save. And finally, a home team wins, but the Orioles, after struggling with Game 1 and Game 2, turned things around, their offense especially, scoring a ton of runs to win 4 in a row and take this series in 6. Looking at the numbers, Eddie Murray with 9 RBIs in the series. He's the MVP. He had 3 home runs. Rich Dauer had 11 hits, 6 RBIs. Mike Young with 3 home runs. Cal Ripken hit .348. Very impressive for Baltimore. Storm Davis pitched well in his win and his 2 starts. Mike Boddicker picked himself up a little bit, but was the winner there in that final game. For the Browns, 13 hits for George Sisler, a very good series. Offense played well, but the pitching seemed to fall apart there in the latter part of the series. Pitchers like Lefty Stewart, 12 innings of work and got battered around a little bit. Boom Boom Beck, Sad Sam Jones, all of them with very high ERAs and very high hit rates. Things came to finish as we expected them to. The better team, it would definitely can be said, were the Orioles when it came down to it. And their bats came alive, and they took this series by the neck and turned it around. So all credit to them. That'll do it for our presentation of this series. Again, the 1984 Baltimore Orioles win the series 4-2 against the 1927 St. Louis Browns. All wrapped up. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, the MVP, Eddie Murray, who had a heck of a series, some long home runs and some quality baseball, both offensively especially and defensively by the Hall of Famer. He had a .440 average, 500 on base, and his OPS was 1.420. Heck of a series for Murray, as you might expect. And that's a wrap, folks. Hope you enjoyed the series. I sure did. We'll be right back with you soon. Hope you're enjoying all of our presentations on Out of the Park Baseball 20. This one is history. The Orioles victorious, and we will see you again very soon.